I think it was some of your guys that said that fatigue maybe in terms of the punt return, guys playing a little bit tired at this time of year.
Well, let's put it this way. In the game, you've got to tackle. And when you get the opportunity to tackle, you've got to tackle. It really comes down to that. It's really difficult to ever embrace an attitude of tired, beat up, or whatever else because, in November in this game, everybody is. So, bottom line is the games you remember are the games in November, and we got to block and we've got to tackle. And good things happen when you do.
So they were in position, on those punt returns to make the plays that.
Oh, sure, yeah. If you can go back and watch the TV copy or the game copy, and we had 4 hands on him, and had him halfway down. We slipped off, and he pulled out. Their punt returner made a good play, and we obviously did not. So that's really what happened last week.
There's a certain amount of, togetherness, pride if you're an offense or if you're a defense. Is there the same kind of thing with special teams, given that there's such a mix of guys on different ones?
Oh, I would think so. We have really, since we got here, Coach Harbaugh has given us an incredible amount of meeting time and practice time, and every special teams meeting is a team meeting. So really, your special teams reflect your team. And that's the way I've always looked at it. And one of the things is if you want to see a team that's together, put on the kick and reel. And you know what? We've been a team that's been together for the huge number of plays. We've had 3 negative plays go against us, which is unfortunate because it only takes 1 negative play to really put a damper on a really nice body of work. But that's the nature of sports, I guess. But I really like our team's attitude and their togetherness. And, we've got 10 days left of this season, and we've got to finish it strong.
Kick return game has been a positive no matter who's returning it. Are you pretty pleased with that unit?
I am. And it's I have to chuckle at that because there was a day that I had this opportunity to talk to all of you last spring. And one of the questions came up is who's returning, and I pulled out a list and I read off about 10 names.
Yeah.
Well, you're seeing all those names. You're seeing Jabril, you're seeing J.U. Chesson, you're seeing DeMonte Thomas, you're seeing Jordan Lewis. You haven't seen Amara Darbo, but he does a really good job. You haven't seen Drake Johnson, but he does a really good job. And we've done a good job as a coaching staff teaching technique, teaching fundamentals, building depth, and teaching players concepts. So again, you can insulate yourself from a situation where you can insert guys and pull guys out and win situations. So I'm really happy with the progress that we've made there.
Was Lewis more about what he was doing in terms of returning kicks or giving Peppers a break?
I think both, actually. There was a game a couple games ago where we needed to give Jabril a little break and went with Lewis, but Jordan Lewis has done a fabulous job, and I'm happy that we've got good players and we can insert them and not lose traction. It's been fun to see, and they really enjoy returning kicks here. You can see that the way Jabril's gone after the ball all season and the way they field balls, whether they're kicked opposite Jabril or they're kicked on the ground. It really doesn't matter where they've gone. The guys have done a really good job with them.
Are there certain things that Jabril, you've been around so many great returners, or things, is it just instinct with him, or is it natural, or are there more things to it than that, his ability?
Well, there's a phrase that I like to use that says talent is the raw material, but technique is the finished product. He's an awfully talented guy, but boy, he works at it. He really works at it. And, when you couple talent and work ethic, great things happen. And I think he's a real good example of that, as well as a lot of other players. This has been a really, really, really fun team to be part of, because from the time we were able to coach them in the spring and the time we were able to coach them in training camp, and then as we've gone the season, this team has embraced improvement every week. We've had our falters, but we also coach a game that the ball is not round. And, you know, that is the game, unfortunately. And, but the bottom line is, when you add up your pluses and your minuses, when you have more points than the opponent, and you can learn from mistakes that don't cost you the football game, that's a good thing.